Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, the 8th of June, and we are glad to present you our weekly analytical review of the foreign exchange market. Last week, the Euro/USD pair continued to grow actively and reached local resistance at 1.1378, but could not break it out and rebounded to 1.1291, where it started trading this week. Consolidation of the price below support at 1.1221 will give the prospect of a further decline to the level of 1.0997. Otherwise, the growth will continue to the level of 1.1445. Technical indicators point to the continuation of the uptrend. The range of the alligator indicator EMA fluctuations is widening with a tendency to growth. The AO histogram is trading in the positive zone with a tendency to continue the trend. This week, attention should be paid to the data on GDP of the euro area for Q1 2020. In general, further growth seems possible, but a probable decrease cannot be ruled out. Last week, the GBP/USD pair continued its uptrend and broke local resistance out at 1.2611. The key for sellers is the level of local support at 1.2514. If it is broken down, the decline can continue to 1.2086. Otherwise, the growth to 1.2780 and 1.3160 may continue. Technical indicators point to the possible continuation of the uptrend. The range of the alligator indicator EMA fluctuations is widening with a tendency to growth. The AO histogram is trading in the positive zone with a tendency to continue the trend. This week, attention should be paid to the UK GDP data for April. Generally, the continuation of growth is more likely, but one cannot exclude the decline in case of the price consolidating below the level of 1.2514. Last week, the USD/JPY pair continued to grow and is now trading at 109.58. The key level for continuing purchases is 110.28. If it is broken out, the growth can continue to 111.70. Otherwise, the decline to the levels of 108.87 and 108.04 will resume. Technical indicators point to the possible continuation of the uptrend. The range of the alligator indicator EMA fluctuations is widening with a tendency to growth. The AO histogram is trading in the positive zone with a tendency to continue the trend. This week, attention should be paid to the data on the GDP of Japan for Q1 2020. In general, the continuation of growth seems more likely during the week, but the resumption of decline, if the price consolidates below the level of 108.87, cannot be completely ruled out. Last week, the AUD/USD pair tried to consolidate above the local high of December at 0.7022. It is likely that in the near future a new attempt will be made to grow to the levels of 0.7058 and 0.7210. In case of breakdown of local support at 0.6856, quotes will be able to begin to decline until they reach 0.6681. However, such movement seems less likely so far since the technical indicators indicate continued growth. The range of the alligator indicator EMA fluctuations is widening with a tendency to growth. The AO histogram is trading in the positive zone. In the week, attention should be paid to the Consumer Sentiment Index in Australia with a forecast for June. Generally, the continuation of price growth seems more probable during the week. Last week, gold quotes were trading within a narrow range with the boundaries of 1748–1664 and finished trading at 1684. Currently, the potential of the downtrend does not look completely exhausted. Breakout of the level of 1748 will give a prospect of a resumption of growth to the level of 1781. Breakdown of the level of 1664 will give the prospect of further decline to the level of 1590. Technical indicators point to the beginning of the new downtrend. The fast alligator indicator EMA is crossed and can overcome the signal EMA from above, and the histogram of the AO oscillator came close to the border of the sales area. This week, attention should be paid to the decision of the US Federal Reserve on the interest rate and the follow-up press conference of the Federal Committee for Open Market Operations. In general, the continuation of the decline in quotations seems possible, but the resumption of growth after the breakout of the level of 1748 cannot be excluded. That's all for today, and good luck with your trading.